Very good. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Same here.
Yeah, your volume is a little bit low. You might have to speak up a little bit.
Yeah, because my camera is built into my speaker, basically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I just turn on the other camera. Just wait. I think the other camera should. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right, good. And yeah, you might have to just. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, very good. Okay. Well, first of all, very nice to meet you.
Thank
Very,
you.
very
Same
nice
here.
to meet you. So we met through Outsourcely, correct?
Yeah.
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 How many times have you received work, or how many jobs have you received via Outsourcely, or is this the first time you're using Outsourcely?
Yeah, it's the first time. First time I've used the iSourcely, and this is my first job from outsourcing.
Okay. Where have you received work before?
Uh, Actually, I've worked in Pakistan. Also, I've worked in the Middle East, like in Saudi Arabia, Dubai. So most of the time, I've received my jobs from Rosie.pk. It's a company. It's a very huge company here in Pakistan, which is called Rosie.pk. Which is they have an online portal, online website for finding jobs. I mean, you're searching for jobs, and they connect you with companies and all that. Most of the time I found over there, but I've worked freelance also on the internet also. So there are other portals, there are other websites also like indeed.com or most of the time I found with rosie.pk. That was the mean.
Okay. So what would be your ideal job if you had a magic wand, boom, and you were able to create the perfect job for yourself? What would that look like?
Well, that kind of job would be like something that would actually give me like a technical ground. I mean, like a managerial and technical ground. Something that will have more social interaction for me with mostly with Americans, basically people from out in the United States, because I've grown up in Saudi Arabia because I have lived there for 25 years and grew up over there. So I have some very good exposure with Americans also. We had a television channel called Channel 3. So I grew up watching that television. So I'm very accustomed and very closely tuned with American culture and how the American people, how they are, how their documentaries are, how they do, how do do business. And I'm very fond of watching Hollywood movies also at the same time. So actually, culturally, my brain is wired with American people, something like that. So. Uh, I like to work with. I've been searching for such an opportunity to work with people in United States. So something like that. Something like that would be great.
Okay.
But other people will don't matter, because but there should be a social interaction also to keep me motivated, and that's my very big. Plus one. The other thing is that it should give me flexibility of hours, like this, like a remote job, because I should be able to work like for 2 hours or 1 hour at a stretch. Then I can have a break for 1 hour like that. Then just I have to complete 8 hours, all of it, but not in a stretch, not as a whole. So this is one of the mixes I'm trying to work out. The third thing is something that would, be challenging, because something that would teach me new things. I like to learn more. I'm just a learner. I'm addicted to learn, basically. So the dopamine just flows into me when I'm starting to learn about something new. So it's something like that.
Okay. Okay. How about how old are you?
I'm 46.
Very good. I'm still a little bit older than you, so that's good.
Yeah.
How about at home? Are you married? Do you have kids?
No, I'm not married.
Not married.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a good home office. Do you have a good, strong internet connection? And
Yeah. I have a fiber optics connection,
okay,
and a home office is also good, and it will get better because what we are doing is that our family is shifting to another home just nearby, just one block away. There's another home where we just bought it for, I mean, from some other people. So that will have a separate room for me. I still have a separate room for myself, but I will have it on top of the house, the second floor of the house, and I'll set everything which is necessary for the office over there. It's like a table and a chair, everything. I mean, completely. So it's a new like home office for me. From that point.
okay. What if you were going to give yourself a title?
Okay.
What would the title be that you would give yourself?
Consultant.
Okay.
IT consultant.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, you carry yourself well. The main point of this interview is just to see, would I ever even allow you to have a conversation with a client or a customer or a vendor? Would it be okay for me to allow you to even have, and I would, so it's good. So in other words, that's a good thing. Okay. So we're going to push forward. Okay. The people that have been here for a while can help you. Okay. In other words, it's not going to take 30 days. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not going to take 30. It's 30 days of paid. In other words, you're paid. You're okay. But to find out whether you would be someone that could be a part of our team permanently, okay, it's not going to take 30 days. It'll take a couple days. But not it's not. Okay. What I would say to you, work very hard, especially during the first couple days, because we're trying to find out who you are. Right? We're trying to, who is this person? Right? Takir. I'm saying it right? Am I pronouncing it right? Takir. It's like, you know what? Takir, no one knows if you've been here for 5 days or 5 years. They don't know. Okay. The next person you meet, they don't know they don't know anything about you. Okay. So don't let your behavior show anything other than what you hope to be. Okay. Be professional, be polite, be proactive, engage. The people who do not do well here are sitting back and waiting for something to happen. And they're waiting to be told what to do. Okay. It's not really what we do here. Okay. We're not Fiverr. We're not Upwork. We're not People Per Hour. We're not TaskRabbit. We're not we're not Freelancer. We are not on purpose. We're not that. Okay. We're trying to create an environment where people just say flat out, wow, these guys are professional. These guys, they're a team. Right? Because where we are here in the United States, specifically the New York area, okay, there's 55 million people. 55 million people that live in what they call the New York megapolis. That's like from Maine to Virginia, the whole East Coast, okay? That's 55 million people. I think there's a couple people that need help. I think there's a couple people in business that could use our services. Okay. So the opportunity for you is fantastic. Okay. Because of where you live. Because of where you live, the opportunity is fantastic for you, but we have to execute. Because it won't, I mean, you go to a website like freelancer.com and they're actually bragging about how they have 37 million people in their database. 37. How is that a good thing? Seriously, it's like. So I'm supposed to pick one. I'm supposed to pick one. It's like that's no good. See, when you're working with us, you're vetted, you're proven, you're a known commodity. Okay. When you start using our email address, Stratastaff, okay, when it's Takir at that's like, whoa, wow. Oh, okay. Stratastaff. That's, oh, wow. Okay. You're tested. You're proven. Okay. It's like anybody can join the Navy. Not everybody can be a Navy SEAL.
Right.
Okay. So that's what we're aspiring to be. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would say to you is be polite, be professional. Okay. But don't be silent. Okay. You have to show that you belong here. Right. The people that are successful here, they are moving towards an objective. They see where we're going. They want to be a part of where we're going. Okay. So, we welcome you to, but what we will say to you is if it's not a fit, we will just agree to be friends. We will agree to say, hey, listen, it was nice to meet you. It was very interesting to have this time together, but we're not going to push forward because it's not going to work out. Okay. I'm sure you'll do very well elsewhere, right? It just won't be here. And that should be fine. Right. The sooner we find out whether this is going to be a fit or not a fit, the sooner it's good for everybody else. Okay. Because if for some reason it's not a fit, well, then you need to get busy, go find something else because, like you got to move on. Right. Let's be optimistic. Let's say, what if it is a fit? Well, then everything is a learning experience. Everything is an advancement. We're all learning from each other. We're pushing forward. And every single day is almost like a little mini project. Every day, think of every day like, well, that was like another tiny little mini project, a successfully completed mini project. And we're linking our mini projects together for the greater project. Can you see how that could be?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's almost like how they build software. Well, we got to do this lemma and this one and this module. And all of a sudden, one day you wake up and the entire software is complete. But it was made up of building blocks. It was made up of components and maybe different teams working on different areas. But now it's complete. Okay. So that's where you want to think of what we're trying to do here. Okay. So again, you carry yourself well. Let's see. We're about to find out. We're about to find out if we're going to have an email that says takir@stratastaff.com. We're about to find out. Okay. Do you have any questions for me? Any comments for me? Any thoughts for me at this time?
Yeah, actually, I have one question. The job that you have, on outsourcely, you have advertised the job with the requirement of WordPress experts. Is that the same title you're looking for, or is it something? Yeah.
We have many jobs, right? We're definitely looking for WordPress experts. Definitely. That's a given because it's so popular, right? But we also need Shopify. We also need Magento. We also need Volusion. We also need WooCommerce. We also need BigCommerce. In other words, we need experts in all of the different platforms. Okay. Sometimes somebody's a WordPress expert, but that's all they are. They have no, but these other platforms are not that hard. They're not, in other words. Okay. So we're looking for professional, experienced webmasters, coders, designers, programmers. You might be a UX UI expert, but that's not a coder. In other words, you're good for visuals and design, but you can't write. We need everybody, right? I mean, we need project managers, we need sales and marketing people, we need bookkeepers, we need accountants, we need a lot of people for a lot of different things. Okay. So that's why we have so many different jobs. Sometimes the person can do more than one thing. Sometimes you have somebody that is a good designer, but a lot of times it's not the case. It's like sports. You could be good in basketball, but you're no good in baseball. So, you're an athlete, right? Michael Phelps is a swimmer. I don't think he could play football. Okay, but he's a pretty good athlete. So you gotta pick your sport. You gotta make sure that you're you're in the right field.
Right.
Okay.
So the status. Another question is the status. Status staff is basically our clients, right?
I own StrataStaff.
You own? Okay.
I own it. Okay. So in other words, we use it and it's its own thing. In other words, you can have, but we are also a customer. So when we don't have paying customers, we are the customer.
Okay.
If I don't, but a paying customer always takes precedence. So when they come first. We have to, the paying customer has to have a priority. Okay. But there's always something to do. There's always something to work on. There's always some. So when we don't have a paying customer, well, then I'm the customer.
Right.
In other words, so there's always something to do. There's always something to work on. There's never nothing to work on.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
You can work 20 hours a month. You can work 200 hours a month. It's up to you.
Yeah, big plus. It's
okay.
A big plus. Yeah,
and I'll say this, right? You can work any time of day. You can work any day of the week.
Any time of the night or day.
Anytime. Because is this something that you can do off hours? Well, then fine, then do it. Okay. Do you need to do it with me? Well, then one of us is going to be asleep, right? In other words, you got to, like right now it's 7:22 a.m., which means what? It's 7:22 p.m. where you are? Is that what it is? 12 hours?
It's 4:22 p.m. 4:22 p.m.
4 a.m.? Excuse me, 4 p.m.
4 p.m. 4 p.m.
Okay. 4, 5, 6. So we have 3 hour. Okay. See what I mean? In other words, this would work, but now it's early for me. It's late in the day for you. Right? So if you had to have a meeting with your client, if you had to, it would probably be in your evening.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to have a client wake up at 5 a.m. to talk to you.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right.
But you could figure it out where maybe it'll be at, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. But this is what we have to work through. We have synchronous communication, which is what this is. This is synchronous, right? Okay. And then you have asynchronous communications where I could make a post and it's like, well, you might not see it for 2 hours. Or I could do a recording. Like this interview is being recorded, right? Okay. I'll send you the copy of this recording. Yeah. Okay. Other people could watch this recording later and learn from what we covered, right? So they didn't have to be here live to get the benefit of this meeting, right?
Right.
So that would be asynchronous communications where it's not in sync. Okay?
Right. Okay.
All right. If somebody says to me, well, do I have to attend the meeting? Can you do your job if you don't attend the meeting? Well, then don't attend the meeting. Simple, right? It's like, no, I have to. Well, then I guess you have to attend the meeting then. If you have to, then attend the meeting. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? It's a simple answer, right? Can you do your job? No, I can't. Well, then I guess you either have to attend the meeting or you can't do that job.
Right.
Simple, right? Okay. And one more thing, for example, like this meeting that we're having, okay, if you want to be paid for attending a meeting, then you need to publish what you learned in the meeting, right? Have you ever attended a lecture in school? Did you ever attend a class or a lecture?
Of course.
Right? Did you take notes?
Of course.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Did anybody say, hey, I missed the class. Can I borrow your notes? Remember that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Well, why would that be any different than what we do here? Okay. What did we talk about? Cricket? I mean, what did we talk about? Well, we talked about something meaningful and important and, well, then that knowledge has to be transferred. If all we talked about was sports and movies, it's like, then I'm not paying for that. See what I mean? It's like, just use common sense, right? Okay. All right, look, we'll wrap this up. We push forward from here, okay? But I will just tell you, especially during your first couple of days, you have to work hard. You have to embrace this opportunity, okay? Because we're really building something here. We're doing something different. We are not Fiverr. We are not Upwork. We are not People Per Hour. We are not TaskRabbit. We want to be the opposite of that because they can't do this.
Right.
The person who is trying to compete, they're never going to be able to compete against Strata staff with a team of 3 people. They'll never be able to compete.
Right.
Good for us. Good for us. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Nice to hear that.
And the fact that you live where you live is a benefit. It's not a negative. It's a benefit that we can have your knowledge and your expertise and your body of work through our technology, through our platforms. The fact that we can have access to your talent and your skill and your intelligence and your business acumen, okay, that's a benefit.
Yeah.
That's the way you have to approach this. And it's the same with Chris or Amila or Steven or anybody else that works with us. You have to look at it like this is a strategic advantage. Yeah, but only if you execute.
Yeah, sure.
Only if you execute. Okay? All right. All right. Do you have any more, any other questions? Anything at all?
No,
Okay.
I think it clears it up. It clears it
Okay.
up.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm hopeful that this turns into something nice and long-term and beneficial. Okay. If for some reason it's not, then with a smile, we will just we'll smile and say, you know what? It was very good to meet you, but this is not a mutual fit. And we'll be friends on Facebook and we'll be friends on social media, but we won't be working together.
Okay.
It's okay.
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 Yeah. Okay.
But let's move forward with optimism, and we'll move forward with hope that this is actually going to turn into the best opportunity of your career so far. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
All right. I will send you I'll post a copy of this in your base camp.
Okay.
Okay, my friend. Good luck. Good luck.
Okay. Have a nice